Hey Nora, Scott from HeyUGuys.
Hi.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you very
I
much.
watched it this morning, and I have no shame in saying I did shed a tear. It was lovely. Tell me about the genesis for you. What was the starting point to get involved in this one?
I began on this project about 12 years ago when I was first approached by producer Julie Lynn, and she had her husband had read the book that the film is inspired by as a child, and she had seen she had seen The Secret of Kells, which is one of our first films in Cartoon Saloon, and she wanted to put us together and see the book and my filmmaking crew and my animation crew and see what we would come up with. And so we had a long genesis, and it was a long kind of development process, but we're really delighted with what we've done with this film, and I think audiences will really enjoy it.
Yeah, you talk about Cartoon Saloon there. You've done some amazing work. Has it got easier over the years, or has it become more difficult to bring these stories to life?
More doors are open for us, and as filmmakers, we honing our crafts all the time. For me, this one feels like the most epic film that I've directed for sure. And it's really I really enjoy working with the people that I work with. So some things have gotten easier. We had to work through the pandemic, which wasn't that easy, but I'm really proud of our entire crew of 300 people managed to work together, sometimes from their bedrooms, over the years, and the final product is up there on the screen.
Yeah, there's a wonderful friendship between Boris and Elmer in this. How quickly did you kind of fall in love with them? Because I think audiences will pretty immediately fall in love with this kind of dynamic duo.
Yeah, I guess I fell in love with them from Ruth's book. I think that's where the first kind of, that wonderful connection. If we're lucky in life, we manage to make a friend or maybe two friends that really bring out the best in us and hold us together sometimes when we're not feeling great or when you start to fall apart. That's the dynamic between Elmer and Boris. They're just so good for each other, even though it doesn't, immediately seem like that. Having our amazing cast, though, having Jacob Tremblay and Gaten Matarazzo playing Elmer and Boris was just an absolute treat. And as a director, when they came into the room together, I just sat back and just let them go at it because they're just brilliant. There's a magic between them. There's a younger brother, older brother kind of dynamic between them that was just amazing to watch. And I knew that once we had that fantastic performance from them, that our animators were just going to find it easy to animate.
Yeah, you touched upon the boys there, but also you've got Whoopi Goldberg, you've got Rita Moreno, Chris O'Dowd, and one of our legends, Ian McShane. It must be great to have had such a rich ensemble.
I think the story deserves that kind of talent. It really, the Megalophobe did an amazing job with their screenplay, our story team, Giovanna Ferrari and the team and the editors. They all did such an amazing job pulling the story together. It really felt right to have the people that felt absolutely right for the cast, being able to cast them. And so Amy Lippens, our casting director, managed to pull all of these amazing A-listers together to the point that I was almost intimidated, and before I met them I was intimidated, but they're all such lovely people that they make my job easy as a director.
Yeah, and just finally, I've been asking a lot of filmmakers this year in the festival about streaming and about cinemas and stuff. How excited are you for people around the world to be able to watch this where they might not have been able to have the chance?
Yeah, I'm an indie filmmaker, and getting the film out there has always been tough for me. So the fact that from November 11th people can just press play, no matter where you are in the world, if you've got Netflix, you can just press play and watch this film, that's mind-blowing for me. So I'm just really delighted to have this opportunity to get this story out to as many people as possible.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for your time. Pleasure. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!